well, let's do this thing. I have been putting this off and putting this off, but I'm going to do it, okay? Rambo, Last Blood, Heartstopper, individually numbered. It's a limited edition, and let me tell you more about the knife. Overall length 15 inches, blade length 9 inches. And one thing they don't say here is, oh, it's an intricately sculpted handle. Dietmar Pohl design, by the way. But, oh yeah, they do. Oh, high quality stainless steel blade. Okay, we'll get into the high quality stainless steel blade here in a little bit. So I just thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I got this and I thought, wow. And, you know, to be honest and to out myself, back in the early 90s, yeah, I like the Rambo knives. I think I got the whole set, you know, Gil Hibben stuff. And of course, that was United Cutlery, and then it went on to some other Hollywood something, I can't remember. Hollywood Classics or Collectibles or something. It, you know, went away from United Cutlery. Well, here we go. And of course, you know, since I hang out with Rambo all the time, Rambo and I. But Sylvester Stallone, there's a picture of him with Dietmar Pohl on this thing, and let me see if I can pull that one up. So here's Sly with Dietmar Pohl, and of course, these are the two different knives he did for the movie right here. Okay. Now, there was there was a British guy that did a limited number. Andy Wood made a custom version, 100 pieces each. And then they did this run with Lion Steel using Nylox steel, limited edition 300. And, you know, I got this knife and I was really fascinated because I thought, holy moly, this is a real blade steel. I mean, what does it say on Blade HQ? Nylox. They don't sell them on White Mountain, but Blade HQ, Nylox, $180. Oh, they're out of stock now. So I thought, oh, wow, not only a great knife designer, but it's actually made of a decent blade steel you can use, right? So I thought that was way cool. And this is a great design. The other one I'm not as enthusiastic about, but I bought this one when I could, just to have it, put it in my hand, this and that, okay? So I believe that part of this is the bolster material is aluminum here, okay? And of course, the weight, well, it's heavy. It's 1 pound, 5 ounces. It's a drop point, technically, blade, flat grind, and it comes with a sheath here. Hold on. Let me pull this out. So there's a lot that comes with this, as insane as that is. But here's the sheath. And so, okay, you know, whatever. But I contacted Dietmar Pohl about this after I had this tested. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is not Nylox, okay? This is 8CR13, which is probably better actually than the 90s knives that were made out of, what, J2 or something? Although maybe you could argue about that, whether, you know, you'd rather have 8CR13 or J2. But, so, you know, actually, technically, 813 is a usable steel, and I'll walk you around this. This is kind of interesting here. Well, let me do some basic stuff and then we'll talk about it after that. Come here. 9-inch blade. Yeah, 9-inch blade and 15 overall. And they have a paracord on there, like camo type paracord on there. Obviously, kind of a skull crusher or striking area on the back. And you know what? I never even saw the movie either, come to think of it. I mean, the first one that came out years ago I watched, I thought it was really cool. But was that Brian Dennehy that was the sheriff and stuff? Okay, so it's 26.2 millimeters, so it's an inch wide there, and blade stock 0.22 of an inch at 5.6 millimeters. So almost a 1/4 inch thick blade stock. So crazy looking. It actually has an edge. I'm not sure if it'll cut anything, but it has an edge to it. Let's try it. Oh, hey, if you're into 8CR, this might be your dream knife. Okay, I mean, actually, they put a respectable edge on this. And, I'm not a steel snob. So 8CR13, actually, I think it's a more usable steel than the old stuff that they were using on the previous knives. And, of course, it's a true stainless as well, but it's not Nylox. That's the problem. And Nylox is a different type of steel. So let's get into that. Okay, so this is Nylox. Okay, 0.8 carbon. Chromium 12.7, so not quite a full stainless, but more stainless than D2. And the vanadium 0.9, not 1.0, and moly 1.1. Now, take a look at 8CR13. 8CR13 can be 13 to 14.5% chromium. And I'm going to show you, and the carbon about the same. As the Nylox. But some of these others, let's see, manganese. There is none here. There is none here. Okay, so let's look at the actual scan of the elements. Here's the actual scan. Well, we got 14% chromium. Okay, so 8CR13 can, and of course my metallurgy guy says, no, it's not Nylox, it's 8CR13. Sorry. He crushed my Rambo deal. But see the vanadium here? That's not 0.9. That's way low on the vanadium. And so all the rest of these, the moly, etc., the moly could be a little higher, but it's probably within range of God only knows what 8CR13, how that fluctuates in its composition. But he's going, this is 8CR13. So you can look at that. The vanadium, should be higher. And I wrote down the Nylox thing up here. So here the vanadium's way low, of course. And that should be the range of vanadium on 8CR. 0.1 to 0.25, although I've seen it a little higher. But it's not that high. That's almost 1% vanadium here. So it's not. It's not. And okay, but it says that on Blade HQ, and they probably need to make that change. I contacted my distributor where I got mine from, and they said, no, we've never said it's Nylox. This is made in China. And so I read up and on this thing where I showed you briefly this information, bunch of sheets here, where it was about the fact that Lion Steel did a run of 300. Now, I contacted Dietmar Pohl Force, and he responded saying, yeah, he's not, this is not his thing here. This production is nothing to do with him, okay? But he had to do with the other production that went through Lion Steel. Those knives sold out quickly, and I have no idea what they sold for. If you guys know, you could put it in here in the box. But no, I don't know what they sold for, but obviously more than $179, I'm thinking. So probably couldn't have afforded to really put the money in it and bought one had I had the chance, but I didn't even know. So unfortunately, I never even checked it out. Never even got to know that there was this limited run being done because I wasn't keeping up with this Rambo thing. So there you go. You got a leather sheath. I guess they threw another tie in here that's black in case you want to go black. And See, I mean, to me, this is going away. So I decided I'd throw it on my channel because it's going away. It's going out of this country, in fact. There ought to be some shipping charges to get overseas. But there's a guy who wants, get his hands on it, and he wants to go badass Nordic Viking or something with it. So good luck to you. I mean, it's comfortable. I like the sub-hilt setup. I like the design of this. So, yeah, I like the design. It's not that weighty in the hand, but yeah, it's over a pound. But, it's big, it's thick. I've never tried to take these scales off, but I don't think that'd be very difficult to. And, you could function with it. Actually could be a knife. It's got a recurve in it, so, you're going to have that kind of a rod to be able to shape it, although it's 8CR. Shouldn't be too difficult to put an edge back on it with a ceramic rod or whatever. Just thought I'd let you know how all my hopes and dreams of being the next Rambo have now been crushed or being the next Rambo-esque. They're gone. They're gone. The Last Blood Heartstopper. Great design. Thank you, Dietmar Pohl, for doing that. If this is just a collectible, you wanted to put it in a case and all that kind of stuff okay. But it's not really a knife for, an enthusiast per se. You'd probably have one of the limited edition ones, etc., if that was your thing. I knew a guy who had a Rambo knife from the first series done, by hand, from Gil Hibben back when he was alive. And he had signed it and all that kind of stuff. And of course, that was like a keeper forever, but not this version. Yes, I used to love Rambo knives. And this one is cool from a design standpoint. Is it functional? Yeah, it's technically functional as well. But it's just not, it's not for me anymore. Sorry about that. Balance is nice. Grip is nice. It seems solid. And I don't know about the construction, but it looks like a full tang of steel with an aluminum bolster. Hey, take care. Gonna let you go. Rambo. And we love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.